Lovely. Let's find one of those.
All right.
Just in time for it to rain, I think.
It's funny, yeah.
Should we go and get some warm clothes on because it's freezing? Come on then. Right, put your Somerset cricket hat on. There we are. Nice and warm? Yeah. There we are. Let's put your coat on then. There we are. Let's get the key. And then the other key. I have to make sure I've got everything because I don't like leaving Andrew in the car in case he releases the handbrake on the drive. I have been known to ask passers-by to go back and get something for me. I find I have to be very, very organised and think ahead all the time to plan for things. But then what I've planned for may completely not get done at all because everything's very, very unpredictable. And I like being an organised person, I think, in my job, but I've had to learn that, you know, you've just got to go with the flow because things change. Life's very unpredictable and he's very unpredictable. So I think I've probably changed in that way. Right. Let's go. My name's Julia and I'm a carer for my husband who's got Huntington's disease. Huntington's disease is a neurodegenerative illness and it comes with many challenges, but one of those is dementia. And we've been coming to the allotment together for over a year now. We come one afternoon a week on Tuesdays. When we first started coming, he was very agitated because he doesn't like new things and new situations. And I thought it wasn't going to work really. A few times we came and he used to just tip himself backwards in the wheelchair all the time. But I found that as he became more familiar with the environment, he relaxed and he recognised when we came to the gate, I could almost sense his body relaxing a bit because he knew the environment. And at first he didn't like sitting still. So I used to just take him around the paths and we used to move around looking at the things and going around the flower beds and the vegetable beds, and then he'd sit at the table after that. And now he's very relaxed when he comes here. I've noticed a big change in him, and sometimes we can be very stressed, both of us, before we come here because he gets agitated and I get agitated because he's agitated. But I find that he calms down considerably coming here and being in the outside environment.
Yeah, good.
I don't want to press them, I won't leave it as they are. Yeah. So
Gardening was like huge for me. It was so it's really significant. It was something I had a chronic illness for a long time, and it was gardening that kind of got me back on my feet and out and gave me something to live for. Basically, I'd been sort of virtually bedridden for most of that 20 years, and I remember planting some snowdrops one spring, and that just started off something, and I just continued and it snowballed, and within 9 months I had my own allotment, and a few months after that I was working for Alive. So. Hi, I'm Guy. I work for Alive Activities. I started working for them about 4 years ago as part of their therapeutic horticulture team. They're going into care homes and delivering gardening sessions for people living with dementia. And yeah, that's me. Good, because we've got a very good crop over there. Oh, I've got another one. We've got potatoes for everyone. Potatoes for tea. We started during COVID, so the session sizes were small, so we got to know everyone really quite well and closely, and a lot of those people are still coming to this day. But we spend a lot of time getting to know people anyway, because we like to provide a quality of delivery, and we have a very person-centred approach as well, so we need to talk to people to get to know them, to find out what their likes are, what they want to do when they're here, and just like tailor every session specifically for them. So we've got like great rapport with everyone, and volunteers are all brilliant as well at helping to make the social side here great, so everyone feels relaxed and comfortable and like it's a big family and lots of friends together.
So I need to be.
I'm Karen, and this is my mother-in-law, Bruna. I think people just don't understand how difficult it is unless they're in that situation and they know somebody who's living with dementia. I think it's easy for people, to think, oh yeah, they can carry on, but they can't. It's just impossible unless they've got some support behind them.
She went away, I don't know, 2-3 days. I was lost, completely lost. I knew she was coming back, but I couldn't wait. The 3 days were 3 months for me. Yeah. I brought up with gardening, a home in Italy. It was a big one. So I just carry on.
We'd started, before she was diagnosed, noticing that something wasn't right. And with the onset of COVID, and she wasn't able to go around as she usually would. She was a very active person. She'd be on the bus into town every day. Obviously, things escalated quicker than they would have done.
Being a carer can be very emotionally and physically and mentally challenging, so I would think that it's changed in every single aspect, really. I loved my job, and I know that sounds selfish, but I had to give up work to support him, and that was quite hard at first. And really, from the time I gave up work, it seemed like I was plunged straight into a caring role. There didn't seem to be any sort of time in between. His needs suddenly dipped to coincide with me giving up work, and it's changed in every way, really, but I still find that there's still a lot we can do together, and there's always things to be thankful for still. Because once he knows we're going, he wants to get out there and go. So, yeah, and this is my husband, Andrew. We've known each other for about 31 years, but we've only been married for 24 years because he took so long to propose. And he used to sometimes say to me he wished he'd proposed earlier because he could have had more roast dinners. Part of Andrew's condition is that he can get highly agitated and anxious, and that's quite difficult for me because he was never ever anxious about anything. He was always really, really laid back and confident, and it's quite distressing, really, seeing him get so agitated and anxious. But he's always very calm here. I can almost feel him becoming calmer as soon as we go through the gate. And he likes sitting at the table and watching everybody, even though he doesn't engage himself so much these days. He still likes watching everybody working purposefully at things and listening to them chatting and laughing and seeing what's going on around him. And it has a really sort of calming, soporific effect on him.
It's a nice, peaceful place to come. Obviously, it's very safe. For someone with dementia.
Yeah.
Not only, the people lovely, the atmosphere is lovely, and it's just your happy place, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. When I come in from the top, when I come in, I go, this is my life. Yeah. I love it. I really love it. Yeah.